What's up, crew? Welcome to episode 3 of Road to BimmerFest. I'm gonna actually say it right now. We are coining this project Project Storm. Yes, that's kind of corny and I don't know, probably overplayed, but you'll understand why either episode 4 or 5, depending on when I decide to record and edit the build out conversation I'm gonna have with Justin, because we're gonna talk about what our plans are and what parts we have gotten, what parts we have coming in, and the future plans for the overall build, or like the grand vision of both of our cars. I'm super stoked about that, but as most of you know, today's video is specifically about suspension. I got BC Racing coilovers, a pretty affordable option. I'm working on getting some affiliate links. If they are available, they'll down below. Really, there's 3 main reasons why I am so stoked about this project. All right, so reason number 1, I'm a 300-pound man on a good day, 280 to 290, working on getting down to 250 is my goal weight. But as you can see, the suspension is a little soft. When I get into my car, the front end drops about 1 inch or 2 inches. This probably isn't a huge deal in most cases, but it does show that the suspension is probably pretty blown. And I wish I could give an example of hitting potholes. I know that this suspension is bad because I had a 4-strut slam hitting a bump getting on the freeway, and it was just like metal to metal. Luckily these things are pretty robust and it didn't happen, but that's reason number 1 why I'm so stoked to get these things in. Reason number 2 to be super stoked. Ooh, it's hot. It is hot. Hot toddy. Since it is a blown suspension, and Justin sort of mentioned this in the E36 vibes from a E36 owner or whatever it was, since the suspension is super loose, it has a tendency to not grab when I floor it, especially first and second gear. And if I launch, which I've only done once sort of, my wheels will be spinning all the way through second gear. And part of it is the meat is just completely gone on the tires. The wheels spin way too easily, worn out and old, and from the fenders being not rolled, whenever I do hit a dip, or when we're driving up to Tahoe, big sweeping turns, I would hear nothing but cheese grater on my wheel. It would just be so there's really no tread for it to grab to the ground. So I need new tires, and then putting on this new suspension is going to dramatically increase the amount that the tires are forced to the ground when I am accelerating. So reason number 3 to be super stoked. Reason number 3 to be super stoked about this project. I'm gonna turn the car off. Silly. Reason number 3 to be super stoked about this project is I've never had this substantial of a project when it comes to a car. I had an Evo 8, and I really just was way too scared to do too many super aggressive upgrades to it. Also didn't really have money. So most expensive, most substantial upgrade I've ever really done to a car. And it's freaking cool. It is such a cool upgrade. Like I've done cold air intakes. I did the intercooler piping of the Evo, which was like about as deep as I wanted to go into that thing. I've done wheels for one of my oldest cars. I've done sound systems on sound systems on sound systems, and still trying to do sound systems for this one, which is one of the future projects. But nothing where I'm gonna have to literally take the stock components, the major stock components of this, rip them out, put in different ones, and then mess around with some of the tuning, like camber. Actually, that's probably about all I will mess with. Not gonna go super aggressive with that, but we'll figure that out later. Let's go ahead and just open up that box. I'm not gonna do a super crazy unboxing because these things are definitely made their rounds on the YouTube space for unboxings, but I'm just gonna do a point of view unboxing if you've never seen it before or wanna see it from a first person view. Here you go.
Oh, good packaging. Gonna leave the rest right in here. And of course, I think I told you guys, these are going in today too. These are from Prjct. They're strut supports or reinforcements, because one of the things you definitely want to do if you plan to do any sort of track time or beat up your sort of suspension body connection, you want to get these. And I'm just gonna leave this as it is here. Maybe just get one quick sexy shot of that. Mic check, mic check. So, just went to the grocery store with Sarah for life updates. So, for those of you who found this video because of the coilovers and car stuff, I used to vlog, so every once in a while when I'm talking to the camera, I get into vlog mode. Went to grocery store with Sarah. I was gonna come back and do some editing because that is what I do as a profession, and just realized that in order to do this project, I need to go get another jack stand, or a jack and then probably some chocks, just so that I make sure that when we lift up the back end, the front wheels aren't vulnerable. So running over to O'Reilly's, which isn't super close, which kind of sucks because I'm probably going to be back right when Sarah gets back, so I won't have an opportunity to really work on the video I need to work on. Also meant to get started early on this. I'm not going to be able to do it because we have lots to do once the kids get home. So probably won't use all of that because it's not a ton of relevant content, I guess, for this channel or this series. Oh, and then one other thing that I wanted to do was sort of talk about how I feel in the car right now. Since I've never done coilovers, I can't really give a solid review of like how it feels, other than sometimes the cornering definitely feels squishy. Like I said, when we drove up to Tahoe, I would hear nothing but a cheese grater on the back end, and sometimes in the front it would just be like fender and tire just shaving away. It's a little bit bouncy when I hit a bump. So I'll hit a bump, it'll take a moment for it to settle, and then it'll finally get into a fluid state again.
Look who decided to show up. Let's do this thing. What the f